The gnomes have a secret society. Oh my gosh! The gnomes have a secret society that sacrifice 10 humans and 10 elves each month to the volcano. They say that if people are not sacrificed, the world will end. Welcome to the Hall of the Guildmasters Campaign Ideas series. Today, our list of 5 was actually sent in by a viewer, so I have not read this list yet. So for those of you who've never seen one of our campaign idea videos before, we asked people for a list of 5 ideas, 4 serious ones for a campaign, and 1 wild card idea. So, one of our viewers sent this in. Are you ready? I have not actually read this yet.
Bring it on.
It's gonna be good. So we're gonna try and create a campaign around these five ideas or these 5 suggestions. So, number 1, the story is set in an archipelago where there are 20 islands that are in a giant ring, and there is a large volcano in the center. So, idea 1, you got a bunch of different islands, giant volcano.
Would that be underwater?
I don't know. Or maybe it's a giant mountain. Is it active?
I feel like
is
the
it dormant?
volcano is underwater.
Maybe. Alright. Idea number 2. The party is from a faraway kingdom that is visiting the islands for the first time in over 2 centuries. So is it the islands haven't been visited in 2 centuries, or this king has not sent an envoy, like an envoy in 2 centuries?
No trading or anything? Self-sufficient for 2 centuries?
Maybe.
We'll go with that.
Alright. Idea number 3. The islands are all inhabited by humans, elves, and gnomes. Okay, pretty standard. So you got all ranges of... That could be interesting. Alright. It's interesting for islands... The giant... Yeah, okay. Alright. 4th idea. The people on the island are terrified of outsiders. Ooh, boy. Ooh, boy. Naturally. So you got some diplomatic relations already starting to happen, or some.
Gotta do a lot of sweet talking right off rip.
Get your friggin' sorcerers in there with their high charisma stats. All right, you ready for the wild card idea? The gnomes have a secret society. Oh my gosh! The gnomes have a secret society that sacrifice 10 humans and 10 elves each month to the volcano. They say that if people are not sacrificed, the world will end. Yes, every month. 120 humans and 120 elves every year. They got some freaking human farms going on or something. Yes, the gnomes. Well, but that's the thing, though. It says the gnomes have a secret society.
They're all druids, then.
What's even with you and druids? Maybe they're warlocks. I don't know. They're all druids. All right, but this is interesting because they says that they have a secret society, which means this isn't public knowledge. This is just like 10 people go missing every freaking month. 20 people, 10 humans, 10 elves.
Well, there's 20 separate islands. There's a volcano in the center.
Oh.
And there could be just a leviathan that runs around. That's why people don't leave or come to the island. Oh no, 10 people died again this month.
Maybe one of the party members disappears.
Oh jeez, yeah, that's happening. That is totally happening. That is great. All right, so let's take these ideas and see what we come up with. All right, so first and foremost, setting. How... Yeah, all right, so the party gets to one of these 20 islands. Yeah, what is the main... Oh man, there's people going missing.
All right, first off, there's 20 islands. Let's say there's at least 4 real players.
Okay.
There's 20 islands. Put them on separate islands. Maybe one island is a set of elves. Maybe one island is a set of humans. Someone lands on the gnome island, and then they're like, okay, I found out what's really going on, but I don't really know.
So like a scouting, splitting up the party?
It's not like they don't talk to each other, they just don't know about the secret society. So as soon as they found these people that just randomly got put on their islands, maybe they were shipwrecked or something. So then they put them all together, and the council is like trying to figure out what to do with them.
Okay.
Maybe they befriend a couple.
So you're saying like the start of the session, it's like they were each on separate islands and then they all got put together.
That's how I do it. I mean,
Okay.
there would be so much information you can gather just right off rip.
Well, yeah, you
for
could
DM wise.
you could start the session and be like, okay, you've each went to a different island and you've been there for like a week, and then you give them each like a note, like a piece of notebook paper or something with like stuff on it that
Yeah.
only they know, and then they all meet up and it's like, yeah, that's stuff that they know. Yeah, why did the king send them?
Maybe there was a real actual threat that they maybe since this is a new king, since it's been what 20 centuries.
2 centuries,
2
I think,
centuries.
200 years.
So
Yeah, 2 centuries.
maybe it's a new king and he wants to know why or what is taking these people. So they sent for real adventurers.
Gotcha.
But then there's a few that know about the secret society. So maybe like a few of the humans, if somebody figured it out.
I feel like if the king was sending people and he was like, we're going to find out what's going on, we're going to save you guys, blah, 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 they would be telling the people in charge of the islands. And so I feel like the gnomes would actually have a specific island set up.
Oh yeah, they got
So
separate islands.
when they got, I would say when they got there, they would have like a special island they would have the adventurers come to that's like, oh, look at us, everything looks good, we're all happy, everyone's fine, when in reality...
North Korea.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. But you don't actually know what's going on. But then the party starts snooping around, and then
As
they
they
start
will.
finding out
Yeah.
what's going on. And at first maybe they're just screwing around, but then like them screwing around and being goofy all of a sudden reveals some stuff, and it's like, oh.
Yeah, that would be a lot of fun to screw around with. There's a lot you could do right off rip.
Yeah.
I would have the humans and the elves be like wildly superstitious or like about this whole the people who are disappearing. There's some sort of weird religion or superstition going on around that the gnomes keep perpetuating to keep covering up what's going on.
I feel like there's at least... See, I wouldn't split the humans and the elves. You could, but I think I would leave groups of them together. Although you very well could do like humans, elves, and then like there's that group of like humans and elves that mix, and it's like like
Half-breeds.
half-breeds, yes. But like that's so used though. Like I feel like I would let them all mingle, but I would have what the dividing thing is. I would have there be like 2 different religions that are constantly at war with each other in the sense like not physically, but just like verbally and whatever. And the gnomes have both of these going, so it distracts them from what's really going on. And I would say that they keep this going, so like every time people disappear, they immediately start blaming the other religion because, this is God punishing us because you blasphemers are going out doing blah, blah, blah.
This screams Cthulhu.
Oh yeah, I was thinking that too. Now think about this though. The gnomes, the secret society, they're not just sacrificing humans to I mean, okay, they say that if people are not sacrificed, the world will end. Maybe that's one of the religions of like, people disappear. I don't know. I like the idea of the fact that the gnomes are actually using these sacrifices to fuel like some sort of blood magic or something, to like get some magic items or
Like
something.
they don't believe in they're actually pacifying whatever in the volcano.
Yeah, no, they're actually, or maybe there's something in the volcano they're trying to unlock.
That was my first thought was 20 islands, 20 separate things that are sealing something.
Yeah,
So they're sacrificing now
yeah.
to like maybe there's a totem on each island, and an adventurer finds out about it, and then they break the first totem, and then you just like there's a huge pulse of magic or something that goes out, and then the gnomes are like, okay, something's happening.
Maybe several of the seals have already been broken, and the newest one that they're on, or maybe the one they save for last, is the fact that they need the sacrifices to break just this specific seal. And so maybe people didn't start, maybe people didn't start disappearing until like recently. And so the king was like, whoa, people are starting to disappear, what?
You could also have it would be up to the DM's discretion, but what if there's like 10 gnomes that do illusion magic, and they make something massive like look like out there in the ocean, and they'd be like, oh, it's out there again, they're taking people, if we don't give people now, it's gonna destroy everything.
I feel like the gnomes.
And they just send people out on a boat.
Yeah, I was gonna say I feel like the volcano. Maybe it is like a mountain, and the gnomes just kind of reside up there, like, and so maybe like the elves and the humans see it as maybe as like a pilgrimage to climb the mountain, but like many people don't make it back, you know, and so like it's like part of the pilgrimage, and it's like a rite of passage thing, and like maybe, and so the gnomes just sit there and let them.
Like a high fiend area.
Yeah, and so like they think the elders and the super wise men live on the mountain, when in reality they're just like, you know, I don't know.
What about the volcano's still underwater, but it's getting close to erupting, and there's all these, you know, earthquakes and stuff going on, and they're like, oh, we gotta pacify the god, and that's why they're starting to sacrifice.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah, there's an old scripture that the gnomes have that was passed down. It's like
Sacrifice and
the Aztecs. I mean,
yeah,
what their thing was
pretty much, yeah, blood sacrifice and friggin' to the sun gods and the.
So nothing else is working. Just start killing virgins, dude.
Yeah.
Hey, that solves everything, right?
Just throw a baby down the pyramid. It'll be fine. That's how that.
Slinky style. All right.
Hey! Go. To be fair though, some people are just like Slinkies. They're good for nothing, but you get a laugh out of them when you push them down a flight of stairs.
It's happened to me a couple times.
Okay. Oh, that disturbing thought aside. Yeah, no, I like the idea of. Yeah, I like this. All right. So the first important question: where would you start the party? We kind of danced around that a little bit. Where would you start your party at?
I would start them together as part of the diplomatic mission. Maybe they're like guards sent to protect the actual diplomats, or if you have someone who's good at charisma, they would be one of the diplomats. And they're like, oh, it's just this country's been closed for 2 centuries. We don't know anything about it. Just go in. We don't know what to expect. And at first, everything seems normal, although everyone's really scared of the outsiders. But then, you know, maybe there's a local who's like, help me, my family member just got taken, just disappeared, whatever, and that draws them into the story. Or one of the party members gets taken. I like that idea.
Yeah, and the reason that that they don't like the outsiders could be part of the gnomes' religion that they've been spreading, or the superstition.
Yeah.
Well, it is what humans, elves, and just gnomes.
Yeah.
So a party member was a dwarf.
Or
True.
a Goliath.
What if they'd never seen
Dragonborn.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
It's the evil lizard man!
Was this freaking
From the wall!
Is this Kong Island now? I would like to play this.
Yeah. Oh,
We need to do one shots of these.
We do. That'd be so good. Alright.
What if the entire delegation are all Dragonborn?
Oh my gosh.
The entire party.
Yikes.
They've never seen anyone other than human elf or gnome for the past 2
What if they
centuries.
were all like sea elves or like fire, like the autumn elves or something? So like they're a variation of elf, but they look beautiful, and so like the normal elves are like, what the flip are you? You know? How you doing? You know? Freaking
Like,
Bard alert.
God descendants or
Yeah,
something.
right. Oh man, yeah, that would be. I feel like they would be very uneducated too. So like you'd really be able to, if you had like an intelligence of 12 or 14, you'd be able to like. They'd be like, oh, you're a genius.
Oh yeah, they definitely have basic tool knowledge. I would say.
Yeah.
Unless it was a high civilization, and then maybe this volcano did erupt at one point, and now 200 years
Ooh.
later.
Yeah.
Oh, and they've got basic technology, and the people on these islands are like, that's magic.
Yeah.
What if they don't have magic? What if like magic disappeared from them somehow, and
The
they're
gnomes
trying
are
to
keeping it
sacrifice
from
to
them.
bring it back, maybe?
Maybe the gnomes are keeping it from them. That's why everything is that they take everything at face value. So if they see a giant creature out of the water, it's coming out of the water, you know?
Yeah, so they believe everything they see.
Yeah, that would be, oof, yikes. So,
the party would become gods in 2 sessions.
yeah. They'd have their own friggin'. That would be kind of a fun psychology experiment, though. It's like you've got all of these followers now that believe that you're like the friggin' messiah or something.
What's
How
that
do you
one
handle
race?
that?
There's
What?
a race in D&D that like, if you make them believe something, it becomes true.
I can't remember.
It's something simple.
I know
They're
what you're
like,
talking about, though.
Yeah.
that'd be insane if like they were a part of that.
Yeah, that would be. Okay, so last question then, and this is the important question. How would you hook your party at the end of your first session?
I would sink an island.
All right.
Alright, so you have 20 islands. Maybe every island has a different resource. And then like maybe metal materials are on the volcano island. So
Okay.
they would have like different farms or different livestock islands. Who knows? Some of these islands might be fairly big.
Yeah. Or maybe they're saying there's 20 islands and there's not.
Yeah.
What about you? How would you end your
Monster sighting.
monster sighting?
Maybe real, maybe just an illusion. You don't know.
It's like a 70-foot fin coming out.
Yeah!
Oh man, yeah.
You just see the Loch Ness monster, back of the head kind of thing.
I think what I would do is, I like the idea of the fact that the volcano erupted a while ago, or at least they tell people that the volcano erupted 1,000 years ago or something like that. And it's like, we used to be such a great civilization, then it wiped, and now we have to build back to that. You know, you have to, it's your right to bring us back to where we were, blah, blah, blah. I don't know. But like, I would have the volcano start underwater. And then at the end of the first session, the volcano comes out of the
Like
water.
you see the magma just.
No, you see
Or
the
the
whole
whole-
freaking
oh,
mountain
okay.
just, you know, out of the, like, slowly rise out of it. And so, and maybe that was the signal last time that the volcano was getting close to erupting. And so, and they're going to see it as, oh, we have foreigners on our land. They caused this to happen. We got to kill them.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez. Yeah. Yeah.
Now there's a new mountain to climb.
So you've got like one of the religious people that are like, we need to murder him. Then you got the other religion that's like, oh, we got to protect him. Run, you know? Oh, yeah.
That'd be fun.
Yeah. I think this would be a good session.